Labarre's wild. What can you do? What's the streaming app that you're on? Like, should I not just join that instead of the Discord?
You can't. OBS. It's called only one. Like the person setting it up can be on it.
Okay, there, Mr. Technical Hotshot. Go Jets, go. Go Jets, go. Go Jets, go.
Just know like you're live right now, so don't say anything.
Warning, incoming game over. Warning, incoming game over.
Are we live? I think that we're live. Hello. Hello, Winnipeg Jets fans. Are you there, Braden? Do we got...
Yep.
All right, yeah, we're live. Looks like we're finally having a solid stream tonight. It's pretty exciting, and even more exciting is we're celebrating a big 8-3 victory over the San Jose Sharks. Join with me is Braden Mann, my brother from another father, and quite literally actually. And yeah, we both watched the Jets game tonight. It was a very impressive performance from lots of players. The second line was finally going. Nick Ehlers had a couple of goals and an assist. Vladdy Nemesnikov led the way with 4 points. Cole Perfetti had a couple of goals, so the offense is really spread around. And the Jets, looked great from start to finish. Braden, what did you think of the game tonight, my man?
Yeah, that's 2 goals, 2 assists, Cole Perfetti for you. Yeah, game was good. I think the Sharks are once again probably going to finish dead last in the NHL. But it's better to beat them and say they're the Sharks than lose to them. So yeah, I'm obviously happy with your result. Happy to see the second line finally start buzzing, and yeah.
Absolutely. And before we go any further here, we'll just do a quick ad read for Hyperdrive Hockey. So here on the Game Over Network, check out the flagship show of Game Over Network on the Game Over Network channel here on YouTube. It's Hyperdrive Hockey, which is all things hockey across various leagues in multiple countries. Whatever it is and wherever it is, Max, Daphne, and Kev have you covered for all your hockey news with a steady dose of fun and fan engagement. You can find Hyperdrive Hockey on the @Game Over Network YouTube channel or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts on the Hyperdrive Hockey page at thegameovernetwork.com. How do we do? That was the first ad read. Is that not bad?
Yeah.
Not bad? All right.
Good. It was great.
So let's kind of dive in now into that hockey game. It seemed kind of right from jump, the Jets proved why they're, one of the league's best teams to start this year. Certainly Canada's best team to start the year. Just kind of manhandled San Jose in the first kind of 10 minutes to 15 minutes of the first period. They got the offense going. Braden, what did you like kind of about the start that the Jets had tonight?
Yeah, you know what? From the puck drop, really, like they were checking hard, playing hard. They were not playing down to their opponent like they do so much against lower quality teams, and it was really refreshing to see. Like the Jets just played their game. They didn't have to play to the other team's level, and it was refreshing to see. Yeah, I was obviously thrilled with the result. I thought great night. Hellebuck's 500th. What was it? Games played, I believe.
I believe,
But
yeah.
also I think it was 500 games played, which is amazing. And it was Hellebuck night. His dad was there. We had the Vesna in the house
And the
and
Jennings.
the other trophy in the house. So and the Jennings, thank you. So
Yeah.
yeah, great night, a great win, and I couldn't be more thrilled.
Yeah, the Jets got it going tonight. Just a couple minutes in the game with that Josh Morrissey, his first goal of the year, which was very nice to see. And then Nikolai Ehlers scoring his first power play goal in like a little over a year, I think. I know at the first intermission he told Kevin Sawyer, the Jets commentator, that it was his first power play goal in a while. So that was nice to see him get one. And then later on in the period he added another one. So Tricky Nicky was back up to his usual tricks. And if the Jets are going to be successful this season, they need that second line and Nick Ehlers especially to be a pretty dynamic force, and he certainly was tonight.
Yeah. Yes, he was. Yeah, it'll be interesting. He's, as we all know, he's a UFA next year. It'll be interesting to see what the Jets do, if they're going to re-sign him. I don't think they would trade him. If he does get re-signed, how many years? How much money? I'm a huge Ehlers fan. I have an Ehlers jersey. Love the Dashing Dane, and I want him to stay in Winnipeg. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Absolutely. And because it was Connor Hellebuck night, we should get a word in on Hellebuck. Maybe a game where he wasn't really worked as much, and maybe the focus wasn't 100% there, but he still looked pretty good and made some saves. Let in 3 goals, I think, on 24 shots or something like that. So I think that he's a bit of a perfectionist, so he might not be as thrilled with tonight's game, but I think he put up a pretty good performance on his special night, with his father in attendance, a lot of fans. I think the first however many fans tonight got a Hellebuck pendant with the Vesna and Jennings stuff. So just Connor Hellebuck means so much to this Jets team, and we need him if the Winnipeg Jets are going to make a deep playoff run again and be in contention to win a Stanley Cup in one of these next few years. It's all going to rely on Connor Hellebuck's goaltending. So in Winnipeg, we're very fortunate to have the top goaltender in the National Hockey League.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. No, it was one of those nights, like you said. Usually the Jets rely on him heavily. It's very nice and rare where he doesn't have to play out of his mind, and we can still win.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was a great night. My biggest worry was at the beginning of the game. They're like, oh, it's Connor Hellebuck night. Everything Hellebuck. It's like, oh, I hope he does not we don't get blown out 8-0. Like it seemed like it could happen, but no, the Jets were way too good for that, and thankfully so.
Yeah, you said it. Later on in the game, we saw the floodgates opened up. The Jets were able to kind of pile on San Jose a little bit. Kyle Connor scoring a pretty nice snipe. Neil Pionk even got in on the action with his first of the season. And then Cole Perfetti in the third period with a couple of goals. And I'm loving what I'm seeing from the power play to start this year, Braden. The Jets, they're scoring kind of at will, it seems. And this is something that we're not very much used to here in Winnipeg these last couple of years. Our power play's been very stagnant, not a lot of motion movement, and we're kind of seeing the opposite of that to start the year. Like I think the assistant coaches that we brought in to kind of work the power play are kind of doing wonders to start, and the players are delivering. Cole Perfetti had 2 power play goals. Pionk's goal was a power play goal, and so was Ehlers. So I think we scored 4 out of 5 times on the power play tonight. And again, that's another vital thing for the Jets. Special teams were a big factor in why the Winnipeg Jets lost in 5 games to the Colorado Avalanche. We couldn't click on our power play, and the Avalanche couldn't not click on their power play, it seemed, for the entire series. So I know it's early. We're only 4 games into the year now, but power play looks great. Fingers crossed, knock on wood, that they can keep it going, eh?
Yeah, no, they do. They look great. I know from the first game we saw, I could see they had so many different looks, and Ehlers is moving around so much. Scheifele's moving around. Velarde, he's so money in front of the net, he can stay there, but he's also so dangerous. You give the puck to him, he skates up. He's either going to shoot at the goalie, pass to Kyle Connor, or hit the man right in the slot. He's got so many options. It's just, yeah, the power play is buzzing right now, and it's nice to see. I can't, you were saying Jets haven't had success in recent years with the power play. I really can't remember a good power play since we had Patrick Laine and Bufflin and Wheeler and Scheifele and just all those righties. I mean, that was a great power play, and that was obviously the year that we did really well in the playoffs too. So obviously, I would think there's some correlation there. But yeah, I'm thrilled with what I'm seeing from the power play. Even when we don't score, I'm really loving the chances we're getting. I'm loving the movement, and even the second line power play barely got any time this game. And Perfetti got 2 goals, Pionk got 1. That's absolutely incredible. So I'm thrilled with the power play.
No doubt, no doubt. It was a it was a great night for the power play. So let's move on to the second period here of this post game show. And before we do, just got another ad read to hit you with. Game Over Network is an independent production focused on community, inclusion, and quality people. If you're interested in supporting the Game Over Network, we have crowdfunding options available. In the description of this episode, you'll find a link to our Patreon page, and we're also working on a page through Larouche, a crowdfunding platform for companies originating in Quebec. For Larouche, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Larouche, we're aiming to raise $15,000, and if we hit that goal, we'll gain access to government grants that will allow us to employ more people. Some news today came out that I think that we did hit that $15,000 goal either today or the other day from the Desjardins Group. So that $15,000 is going to go a long way into supporting some of the creators and content producers we have here at the Game Over Network, and just hopefully helping us expand. And obviously we need some of the public's help for that. So as we said, the link's in the description if you want to help out with that. If you have any ideas for what you'd like to see as giveaways from these crowdfunding efforts, please let us know in the comments on Twitter, Instagram, or our ever popular Discord server that we seem to be getting a few new fans every day, it seems, which is quite nice. Now we're moving on. We're in the second period now, Braden. I want to take a little bit of time here and talk kind of about the season ticket situation here in Winnipeg. I'm not sure if you're aware yet, but yesterday CBC News dropped an article just talking about the new numbers for season tickets for this year. And for the first time since before the pandemic, the Winnipeg Jets announced an increase in our season ticket base. Over the off-season, we managed to gain an increase of 500 season tickets, which goes from, I believe we had 9,500 last year to roughly 10,000 for this year, which brings in an additional $2.6 million in ticket revenue, I think they reported at CBC. So I guess just your thoughts on that, Braden, if you'd heard about that, and I guess what are your thoughts on an extra 500 season tickets for this year?
I didn't hear about that. I will have to read that article after, but it's great news. Obviously, you and I are passionate hockey fans, and to keep the team Winnipeg, we need to sell the tickets and have a sold out arena. So that's excellent to hear, of course. And I think the team has a lot to do. Credit the Jets, and the players have a lot to do with getting that increase, because they have a lot better benefits now for if you're a season ticket member, and the product on ice is is very fun to watch. I mean, our like especially this is only 4 games, but our power play is amazing. I love the players on our team. Like Morrissey's so exciting. You got Hellebuck, who's amazing, a 2-time Vezina winner. Is they do not grow on trees. Shifley's a star. Kyle Connor's a star. Ehlers is a star. Perfetti's a budding star. And I'm sure I'm forgetting some names. We have exciting prospects too, but it's kind of an exciting time. And when it's exciting like that, you're going to sell more season tickets. So it's great news. Obviously, it's always good for that, and I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear it, and great news.
Yeah, and then full disclosure, Braden and myself, we have a pair of quarter season tickets for the Jets. So we've been out to a couple games so far this year. There's a few different changes to the game day experience. I know they have a band that plays before the game and during intermissions, which is nice. There's some new concessions, some new I think restaurants with different food options. Different variations of the jumbo jet dog that we've indulged in. So they're doing more things to, I guess, make the fan experience better for the games, with the hopes of either bringing back some fans and season ticket holders of the past, or hopefully bringing in some new ones. I think in the article too, the Jets are happy that they're back to 10,000 season ticket holders, but obviously that's not where they want to be. Still, they want to get to their goal of 13,000. Which is what they had for the first 9-10 years of the Jets being back. So there's still work to be done, but it's an increase, and the Jets are happy about the improvements that there are for this season. So I don't know if you saw the attendance tonight, but the arena looked pretty full, I thought, for a Friday night game against a basement dweller team in San Jose. So yeah. Could be better, but we're happy with the progress that's been made with the season tickets.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you? I didn't see the attendance. Did you get that number yet?
I didn't pull it up yet, but I thought one of the reporters might have put out it was somewhere around 13,500, but I could search it up and try to find an exact number.
Yeah, no, that sounds good. Yeah, I mean, especially I know they're a bottom dwelling team, but I was super excited tonight to see, of course, Macklin Celebrini, #1 pick, and even Will Smith, very exciting player. Both didn't play tonight, unfortunately. That's the way she goes sometimes. But that's today's NHL too. Like you play a team like the Sharks who finished dead last. Like I still kind of want to watch them play. I'd love to see Macklin play. I wanted to see Will Smith play, like I said. So yeah, no, that's good. I mean, yeah, I guess that's all I'll say.
No, that was a big part of, I think, why the game was maybe a blowout tonight so much for Winnipeg. The fact that they were missing their three biggest offensive punches in Celebrini, Will Smith, and William Eklund. So those losses obviously hurt San Jose. In Will Smith's case, I think he was actually a healthy scratch. They're kind of not playing him every game, which is a strategy that NHL teams have used to kind of bring in rookies. I think Leo Carlson sat a little bit last season. Rookies like Steven Stamkos in the past, didn't play every game in their rookie season. So it's, I guess, just something that the teams are utilizing to hopefully break in these players in the NHL. Could we have seen that from the Jets this year if we would have kept Brad Lambert, for example, to start the season? Maybe. But Lambert's starting in the AHL, and so far he has 3 points in 2 games. The Moose are doing pretty well down there. We'll see if he gets brought up. And also, we got the attendance from tonight was 13,422. So, not bad.
Could be better.
It could be better, but that could be like the new average for this season. I know last year, we were averaging 12,500 around on just average nights, it seems. So I think because of that bump in the season tickets, our average nights are only going to be 13 to 13,500, which is definitely better and a step in the right direction. And the sellouts will come. There's going to be some big games on the docket coming up here with teams like Toronto, some of the teams that fans want to see, and teams that, there's a lot of fans of those teams in this Winnipeg market. So I think the sellouts are going to come. The attendance numbers so far, I think, are a step in the right direction.
Yeah, no, and if they keep winning, if they keep this undefeated streak going, like the fans, they have to come. The building will be sold out in no time.
Yeah, they gotta come, or like I don't know what's it gonna take. We got a pretty good hockey team here in Winnipeg, and people gotta
No kidding. Yeah.
take advantage of that. So let's head on to the third period here in the show. We got the ticker here marked up on the screen. Third period. We got another ad read. Here we go. Game on, Winnipeg. So Game Over has you covered after the game. But in order to get ready to watch these Jets games and these post-game shows, you got to get your game on too. So Game On Winnipeg is a short-form daily news podcast covering everything you need to know about the Jets kind of day to day. So debuting pretty soon. I think we're hopefully starting early next week. You can get all your Jets news in under 10 minutes from Monday through Friday here on the Game Over Winnipeg Jets YouTube channel and in podcast form as well, which you can find at thegameovernetwork.com/pages/Winnipeg. Cole Perfetti, Braden. Cole Perfetti. We've kind of talked about him.
He's arrived.
He's arrived.
He's arrived.
We've
4-point night for Cole Perfetti. And just before we start talking about Cole Perfetti, and I'm very happy to talk about Cole Perfetti, we do have some questions in the chat here that you and I have not read.
Okay.
That we could check out. We could talk about. But yeah, no, we'll quickly chat about Perfetti first before we get to those. But Cole Perfetti finally came. Obviously he missed training camp most of it, and I think we saw that in the first 3 games. Definitely looked like a player who's a step behind. But tonight he got it all together, and now he started 0 points in his first 3 games. All of a sudden, 4 points in 4 games. Amazing how that changes. I'm thrilled, and I can't wait to see Cole Perfetti in the next game.
Yeah, I mean, historically, I haven't been the biggest Cole Perfetti fan. The fact that we have to scratch this player in the playoffs, showing that he can't, play in the playoffs, and he's been given a lot of opportunities, so it's nice that he took advantage of it tonight. I think a lot of nights so far this year, and even last year, he was pretty invisible on the ice. But results are results. Tonight he had 2 goals and 2 assists against an AHL team, mind you. But I want to see them keep it up. I want to see this line keep it up. Ehlers, Nemesnikov, and Perfetti, they haven't looked good so far this year. So tonight's game was a huge step in the right direction. And they just gotta play this kind of game consistently. So let's see what they bring, on Sunday against a better Pittsburgh team. Let's see if they can be consistent, because this line is going to be given, I think, a lot of leeway by the coaches this year. And if these guys want to stay together, they're going to have to produce, on a nightly basis, every couple of nights for sure. You got players like Brad Lambert in the minors that want to come up and be on this line. You got guys like Nino Niederreiter that can kind of play up the lineup. You got a guy like Rasmus Kupari who's playing pretty well to start this year, which has been a nice surprise. So there's definitely guys that would like the opportunity to play up in the lineup more. So if they don't want this to happen, we're going to need to see our second line step up. So it was a very great game by them. And you brought up the chat. I am just looking at it now. We have Brendan Labarre, who's our other Game Over reporter, Game Over post-game show guy. So I'm glad that we have some love in the chat from him, because that's about all we got here.
Yeah.
He asked, do we think the power play prowess kind of hid the lack of previous 5v5 offense, and did we see enough to think the 5-on-5 offense can continue against the better team? Braden, I'll let you start, and then I'll take over.
Yes, I love the second part of that question. Do I think the 5-on-5 offense can continue against the better team? I hope so. We play Pittsburgh, I believe, next on Sunday afternoon game, which, this is getting off topic, Rutger McGroarty will not be a part of, unfortunately. I'm sure Winnipeg fans were Would have been very excited to see him. But getting back to the question, do I think the 5v5 offense will continue? I think they'll. Yeah, I think they'll play well. I don't think Pittsburgh's also a great team this year, especially defensively. I think, with talking about the lines, I think the Lowry line is so good, so money. They don't want to touch it. I think the first line, I know they don't want to touch it, so that leaves the second line to stay the way it is. And after a game like this, you're feeling good, feeling maybe a little bit closer to the teammates. So I would expect the 5-on-5 offense to continue.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. I think we were able to kind of produce 5-on-5 when we played Edmonton to start the year, and in all of our games, really. Like, I don't think there's any reason why it shouldn't kind of carry on to the Pittsburgh game. Even when you're playing a team like San Jose, who isn't up to par with a lot of the other teams in the NHL, you still have to kind of play the right way. You still got to make your passes, crisp pass. You still got to set up plays, you still got to do a lot of the right things on the ice. Like, they don't give you any wins in the NHL. So even though it looked like an easy game, the Jets 5-on-5 looked excellent. There weren't a ton of mistakes from them tonight. Mm-hmm. So I think there's no reason why they can't kind of bring that against Pittsburgh. And it should be a good game. I'm excited to see Sidney Crosby come to town, and Evgeny Malkin. He's had a resurgence at 38 years old. He's leading the league in points so far. So it's not going to be an easy game by any stretch. No Rucker McGroarty. You just hate to see it. Obviously Jets fans could care less about the guy, but I think maybe a lot of fans wanted to come out and maybe boo him on Sunday, kind of have a kind of a fun atmosphere at the rink. So that won't happen, unfortunately, but it still should be a pretty good game.
Yeah, I wonder if any of the fans, I know he won't be there, but if there's going to be any chance at all going on. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe like Jager's better, something like that. The Jets have been known to have some pretty good chats kind of going on at Canada Life Center. So let's head over to overtime here, and we got a double ad read actually for this one. Do you like multiple Canadian teams, or just want to hate watch your rivals? Well, check out the rest of the Canadian Game Over markets, as we have each Canadian NHL city covered. So all the channels are linked on the main Game Over Winnipeg channel, and also on the Game Over Network channel in general. For example, the next Calgary Flames game is tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Central against the Seattle Kraken, and is being hosted by one of my favorites, Conrad Crossard. He'll have to tell me if I'm pronouncing his name right. Conrad's great. And he will be joined by his guest, Primetime Peter Klein. Did he give himself that nickname? I don't know. But make sure to check it out on the Game Over Calgary YouTube channel. It should be, Calgary Seattle should be a good game tomorrow night, and those guys will have you covered. We also got merch. We got it up on the screen here now. And what better way to support something you love than by rocking it as clothing? So Game Over's apparel line has dropped with 3 unique designs. Whether you feel the nostalgic pull of our retro skater design, want to make a statement with our established design, which is currently on sale, or want to just wear your love for goalies proudly with our Live and Die by the Goalie design. Or if you just need another coffee to get through the winter, we have you covered. Designed by our Game Over Winnipeg teammate Brady Chalice. Use the QR code that's on the screen now, and take a look through our apparel store and help us rebuild local sports media in Canada while repping your community. And any purchases of our apparel goes a long way. So we appreciate it, and we appreciate our fans and support, and to you guys watching our show, any of them, from Game Over Winnipeg to even Toronto and Edmonton, but we don't talk about those teams too much. So they got you covered. Braden, the overtime period, we usually go to the chat. If the chat's buzzing at all, which I don't believe it is, we can kind of answer any questions. So we can leave it up for a minute or so and see if anyone's got anything else to say. And
for sure.
Any closing remarks, anyways, Braden? Like, are you excited for Sunday against Pittsburgh? Or kind of what games on the schedule interest you going forward, and anything like that?
Yeah, I just want to take a quick minute here. I think you still have the sweater on the screen, but it looks
Take
amazing.
that off.
Actually, that's a really nice design.
Thank you. Yeah, I didn't
Really
notice,
nice
but
design. So that's awesome. I think you and I'll have to get that ASAP. Very nice design. But no, I'm like you said, so excited to see Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin on Sunday. That's Sid the Kid. He's incredible and hilarious. He took another $8.7 million deal, but no, I'm just excited for the next game. Like us Jets fan, like we had to wait what 4 or 5 days for this game, so it's been tough. It'll be nice to have one, in 2 days, like it should be. Um, yeah, I'll see. Did we get a message? Any message from the chat? Maybe we'll have to write a message ourselves. But
yeah, I think my
yeah,
wife's
no,
watching, so I don't think she can do it. But yeah, hi Anastasia, and I know you're watching still in the other room. So nothing in the chat though. Oh, we got something here.
oh,
You want to read it out, Braden?
oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. Yeah, the hockey from home is just curious. Who's doing the Jets post game on Sunday and score prediction for that game? Great question.
Great question. Yeah, hockey. Thanks for tuning in too. By the way, I don't think we have a ton of viewers tonight, but I know we started a little bit late, so I appreciate you watching. I will be doing the Sunday game and Tuesday night's game, I believe. Braden might be joining for one or both. We'll see. And then Brendan will be going after that for I think both 3 games after Tuesday's game. I'm heading to Halifax for a curling bonspiel for the weekend, so I'll be away. And Brendan, he's great. He did a really good job with his first game on Sunday, so he'll be doing that. As for score predictions for the game, I'll let you go first, Braden. What do you think is going to happen on Sunday?
Yeah, you know what? I was just looking at the Penguins games that they've lost, and I want to get this score right. I'm gonna go with a. I think Crosby and Gino are too good to keep off the score sheet, so I think they might get one or two. But I think the Jets are buzzing right now. I mean, they couldn't possibly feel any better than they do right now. I'm gonna go with a 4-2 win for the Winnipeg Jets, of course. What are your predictions?
Yeah, like that's kind of what I see the Jets winning on Sunday. I think you're right, and I think we probably won't shut them out. Pittsburgh's got a lot of firepower up front, but they're probably going to pot a few goals. I'm going to say 5-2 Winnipeg. I think Winnipeg's offense continues. Hellebuck shuts the door mostly, and the Jets make it 5 in a row, which would be fantastic. And Hockey from Home writes, okay, sounds good, just curious. I'm in Eastern time too, so it's late. Luckily for you on Sunday, it won't be so late. We will be back here on Sunday afternoon following a 2 p.m. Central Time matinee with Pittsburgh, where the Jets will hope to make it 5 in a row just to kickstart the season. On Sunday you can join myself and likely Braden again about 5 minutes after the game ends here on the Winnipeg Game Over YouTube page. So we hope to see you there. That's about all that I got, Braden. I don't know about you, but I think we're good to wrap it up. So take care, everybody. Hope you had a good night. 4-0 Jets, Canada's best team. So have a good night, and we'll hit the outro music now. Take care. See ya.